Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. First of all, after my Sastanamangala pronouns, and to the lotus feet of our most merciful Sri Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupal, Krishna Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Sri Guru Maharaj, Gauranga Guru Varga, and all the Sakul Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So today is the Tirubhav, or the disappearance days of Sri Gadadhar Pandit, also of our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So we did this mercy by some giving us opportunity to glorify these personalities. Today is the new moon, Amavasya day, this month of Jeshta. So in this time of Bhakti, we've seen already many associates of Mahaprabhu, they are all leaving this time. So, and we can just imagine the time, especially after Mahaprabhu's disappearance, then now what is the purpose of living? So like, it said just the day after Mahaprabhu's disappearance, Swarup Damodar left also, just immediately. Then on that same day, Shivananda Sain, we know Shivananda Sain, he is the leader of all these devotees from Bengal, coming every year to visit, stay with Mahaprabhu for Rath Yatra. And so just before this festival Rath Yatra again, the year after, then today on this new moon day, Gadadhar Pandit disappeared. Many years after that, our Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, showing how he is in that line of Gadadhar, and actually he is being glorified as Gaur Shakti Swarup. So he is also living on this day. Gadadhar Pandit, everybody knows. He is Srimati Radharani herself. Now in this form as a male, assisting Krishna in his desire to relish moods of Srimati Radharani. So she appeared, Radharani appeared as Gadadhar on new moon and also disappeared on new moon. We know in Krishna Lila, Krishna appeared on Ashtami, which is half moon, and Radharani also appeared on a half moon, Radhashtami. But now Krishna relishing moods of Radharani, now Krishna appeared on a full moon, so Gaur Purnima. And Radharani now appeared on a new moon, which is like no moon. So, Srila Bhakti Rakshakshidhar Goswami Maharaj gave this like analogy. Like in this Mahaprabhu Lila, now Krishna now relishing the complete mood as the enjoyer. Not just enjoyer as Krishna, the beloved, but enjoying the enjoyment of the devotee. So really, as Mahaprabhu is the supreme enjoyer, now relishing both ways. So, but then Radharani as Gadadhar, now hiding. Now, because Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj has mentioned like this, many devotees, they go as far as telling that now Radharani, because her mood has now been taken by Krishna, now she became zero. And Gurudev tried to correct this. Said this is not proper to say like this. Because even like the moon, we say even if it's a new moon, really that moon is really in its swarup is really full moon. And now we just us seeing like today is new moon, like zero moon. But really the moon is moon. So there's not like 30 moons. There's a Pratipada, Dvitiya, Tritiya, all these different kinds of moons. Moon is always full moon, but now we're just seeing like first moon, second moon, like that. So Gurudev is saying Radharani is always Swarup Shakti, the Purna Shakti. And accordingly, to serve the Shaktiman, then she manifests like the best way. So in Krishna Lila, then Radharani is there, left wing, like not submissive. And in this way, heightening the enjoyment of Krishna as the beloved. But now, when that Krishna wanted to relish the moods of Radharani, in Krishna Lila, 3 desires never fulfilled. And it remains unfulfilled in Krishna Lila. That's why there has to be a Parashish Lila, like a sequel to this. And that is Gaur Lila. That now Krishna wants to understand what is the limit of this love of Radharani. What is the glory of this love of Radharani? Shri Radha Pranaya Mahima, Kidrisho. What else? Krishna himself wants to know what is my sweetness that Radharani is tasting. So that is the second desire wants to be fulfilled. And third, that when Radharani tasting the sweetness of Krishna, she is experiencing so much happiness. Krishna wants to enjoy that. I want to taste that happiness also. So it's only in Gaur Lila that this desire of Krishna is fulfilled. And so, in that particular Lila, Radharani now comes. If she comes in like the same mood as like Radha in Krishna Lila, then she won't be able to help Krishna. Rather, otherwise, like there's a competition. So she's now coming in a male form as Gadadhar Pandit. And said from the very beginning, she's always there. Guru would say, from the very beginning, she's there watching how Krishna is playing the role as like Rani. So from the very beginning, we know when Nimai, great scholar, enjoying this pastime as like with his Vidyavilas, scholar. Then Gadadhar is always there, showing that, teaching to Mahaprabhu, that we have no time for this debate, arguing logic and grammar and everything. Mahaprabhu would try to debate with them. When Gadadhar sees Nimai, he would walk a different way. And showing like, really, I have no time for this. We don't want to waste our time with these useless things. So that is their teaching to Nimai. Of course, sometimes Nimai would force them to debate. Of course, they cannot defeat Nimai because he's very good debater. But even Srivas correcting Nimai, telling, what is the purpose of education? If it doesn't bring you to the lotus feet of Krishna, then it's a waste of time. So our Gadadhar Pandit from early childhood, he is so attached in Srimad Bhagavatam and only staying with the devotees, listening Harikatha. So we know she's always with the devotees. When Ishwara Pujyapad came to Navadvip, then she stays with, and he's very merciful to Gadadhar. His book is like, he has a book, this Krishna Karnamrita. He is showing to Gadadhar. Anyhow, so many things to talk about, but one very important thing Gurudev mentions is like when Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri. And really, in Jagannath Puri, you can see the speciality of this Mahaprabhu Lila. Because when we talk about Mahaprabhu is Krishna relishing the moods of Radharani, that means not just relishing the moods of Vrishabhanu Nandini Radha. In eternal Svetadvip, Mahaprabhu is there, already relishing the moods of Vrishabhanu Nandini Radha. All this Mahabhava and everything. But to relish the moods of Radha complete, that includes also the moods of Radharani in Naimitik Lila. And what is that? Like they met in Kurukshetra. So these are the moods of Samyogini Radha. So these are the moods Mahaprabhu was relishing in Jagannath Puri. And when seeing Jagannath, then like this, Mahaprabhu relishing moods of Samyogini Radha. Or when he's in the Gambira, not seeing Jagannath and feeling separation, like the moods of Biyogini Radha. Like this. So Mahaprabhu relishing this. But who is helping Mahaprabhu relish all this? And also understanding all these moods of Vrishabhanu Nandini Radha. That is now verses, and Mahaprabhu would be absorbed in all these words of Radharani. So in this way, we can say Gadadhar, like hiding very nicely, like all these things, like the new moon hiding her like potency, like full moon, and this way only assisting like Mahaprabhu. If we think about this, Radharani is the main reason why Krishna has come and as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So really she, as Gadadhar Pandit, who is Radharani, she has all the reason to become proud. Like, oh, I'm so great. Krishna himself is coming to relish all my moods. But you'll never see this kind of mood in Gadadhar. Hiding all these things. But his Gurudev would say, but she's there and looking and making sure that Krishna would nicely like learn and relish all these moods of Radharani. So this is Gadadhar Pandit. So many seva he has done. After Mahaprabhu's disappearance, then we know he did not stay also long, only just 1 year. So today, on this new Monday, already 15 days have passed since Sanyatra. So today is actually they call the Netra Utsav. Now, like again, Jagannath now giving darshan in the evening time. And so, then this time, also she disappeared. So many things to speak about, but we know Gadadhar, who can be more dear to Mahaprabhu than Gadadhar himself, Radharani herself. And also on this day, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also disappeared. And we know, as has been glorified, Namo Bhaktivinodaya Sachit Ananda Namni Gora Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. Rupanuga Varayate, his foremost Rupanuga. And his Gora Shakti Swarup. So who is Gora Shakti? That is Gadadhar. Well, what does it mean? Sometimes we don't take it that Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself is Gadadhar. That would otherwise it would mean that he is Radharani herself. But you know, all these manjaris, they are part and parcels of Radharani. They are all like Kayagriva. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, we know, he is Kamala Manjari. So, and when we say they're the very swarup of Gaur Shakti, that means that personality is not different from, like you cannot make some like difference from Radharani. If Gadadhar is here now, he would be speaking the same thing as Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking and would want to teach. So, and from him, then we will understand everything about Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Gaur Shakti. So, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's been honored as the seventh Goswami. Because what the Goswamis have accomplished, fulfilling the 4 missions of Mahaprabhu, writing all these literatures, explaining about Radha Krishna Lila and Bhakti Rasa, and all the philosophy about Mahaprabhu, that Mahaprabhu wanted to be taught. Second, discovering all these pastime places of Radha and Krishna. Third, establishing deities of Radha and Krishna. And fourth, teaching proper etiquette, rules and regulation. All these things, what the Goswamis have done, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has also done. And especially in Gaur Lila. For after some time, Mahaprabhu's birthplace have been unknown. Because it has been underwater for more than 100 years. And now that it's back, nobody knows where it is. So we all know, by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, now we know. So Gurudev said, we will always be remaining indebted to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He has given 2 very important gifts to this world. Aside from, has given all the books. In his books actually, we made it so that we don't have to like one by one read the books of our Goswamis, which are all written in Sanskrit. He has written in very simple language in Bengali and already packaged all these teachings of the Goswamis, like his book Jaiva Dharma and many other things. He has written this Navadvip Mahatmya. You cannot find any book like that, glorifying like very nicely Mahaprabhu's pastime places. And actually, very amazing, he has written this book even before he discovered Mayapur. He himself has written this in his biography. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written so many important books. But aside from this, it's a very important, Gurudev said, will always remain indebted because he has given to us Mayapur. And second, he has given to us that person who will help us, help spread the glories of this Mayapur. Who is that? His son, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Through his son, then all these books that he has written and all these teachings that he wants to be preserved and spread, then this is now, up to now, being spread and continuously being learned by the new generations of devotees. So our Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he arranged all these things. He founded the Gaudiya Math and performing Navadvip Parikrama and bringing everyone in Braj Mandal. So now it's happening. It's all because of the efforts of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, who's following really the desire of his father, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So today we're observing his divine disappearance. On this disappearance day, they're showing to us that ultimately this world we have to give up and we have to come to our real home. So they're there, and therefore we can pray on this day. Please take us with you. Shower your blessings that we can be with you. Under guidance of our Srila Gurudev, serving Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu and his family, and also Radha and Krishna in eternal Vrindavan.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadadaya Krishnaya Krishnavattaya Tadvattaya Namaha Deyam Shri Guru Param Shri Panam Prabharam Prajasasam Chayana Shri Guru Charanam Vande Namaha Visthaya Uttave Rupam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama. First of all, I offer my Shastra pranams at the Lotus feet of our spiritual masters. Jai Shri Bhaktivinoda Shri Nanda Sai Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Jai Shri Bhaktivinoda Shri Nanda Sai Maharaj Shri Guru Maharaj. All Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas in the context. Today, as we've been hearing from Karani Maharaj, is the Tirumati of Gadadhar, Pandit and Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as we heard, his pranam mantra is Namo Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupaya Gaurādite. So he is saying Bhaktivinoda Thakur Satchidananda means the combined mercy of Sat, and this Baladev Prabhu, Chit, and this Krishna, and Ananda, Srimati Radhika herself is present in him. Thus he is Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He is addressed as Saptava Goswami. Because after the 6 Goswamis, we see he was Bhakti Bhagirath, who brought this flow of pure Bhakti, praying that flows at the Lord's feet of Radha and Krishna. How? By his very character, by his ideal, by his books, by his kirtans, by his followers, and especially Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Essentially, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given the essence of all instructions in one line. Krishnera samsara karo chadi anachar, jivedaya Krishna nam sarvadharma sar. So this is the essence of all dharmas. Krishnera samsara karo chadi anachar, jivedaya Krishna nam sarvadharma sar. So what is the meaning of Krishnera samsara? Means for tyagis, they must anyhow focus their lives entirely on the lotus feet of Krishna. And for grahasthas, setting aside some time for their maintenance, they must do this Krishna sansara. Manasa deha geho jogi chimoda arpila tuya pade nanda kishora. Nivedana Kari Prabhu Tuvar Charani. But still, if you look at this from the point of the Brajavasis, then what does it mean? Krishna Sansara Kara. It means the Sakhas, how they did this Krishna Sansara. Nanda and Yashoda, how they performed this Krishna Sansara. How the gopis performed this Krishna Sansara. Like we see the gopis, for the sake of Krishna, they had to accept so many obstacles in prema. Like what is the definition of prema? Sarvata Dhansarahitam Yadyapi Dhansakarane Bhava Bandhana Yuno Saprema Parikirta. Although there is every obstacle for prema to break, it will not break. Rather, the prema will increase more and more. And we see the Parakya Bhava of the gopis always has three obstacles. There is Prachanna Kamukta, means the kama of the gopis is Prachanna, it is not openly expressed. So they cannot, so sometimes even Krishna cannot understand the moods of the gopis. And there is Durlabhata, they cannot freely meet, and there is Nivaranata, means the obstacles given by society. But still, any of the gopis, they perform this Krishna Sansara. Everything they do is only related to Krishna. Even cheating their husbands. In which Sansara has it been said that you must cheat one's husband to go meet another beloved. But the gopis even do this. Cheat their husbands, they go and meet Krishna. And here, what is the meaning of Chadi Anachar? So Chadi Anachar means, for the sadhak, when he is doing Krishna Sansara, Chadi Anachar means to give up all these anarthas. Like Sarv Brahma, Hridaya, Dharpalya, Aparad, Glory Vikshay, Bhakti, Kashaya, and this Anishtita Bhakti, like Utsamai, Dantarala, Yudavikalpa, Niyamakshama. All these are anarthas. You should be given up Sukriti Utta, Duskriti Utta, Paralutta, Bhakti Utta. This is Chadi Anachar. But still, when you think about the Vrajavasis, what is the meaning of this Chadi Anachar? Like we see, especially for the gopis, especially for those who are following in the footsteps of the gopis, Chadi Anachar means to give up this mood of serving Rukmini and Satyabhama. This is the meaning of Chadi Anachar. Don't try to follow the Dwarkavasis. Be one-pointed to the Vrajdevis, to the Vrajavasis. And then, ultimately we see that if this is Anachar, then what is Achar? Achar means these four stages. Bhavamai, Bhav Sambandhi, Bhav Aviruddha, Bhav Viruddha, and Bhav Anukul. So in this way, ultimately, Bhav Viruddha is rejected, and Bhav Aviruddha becomes one with Bhav Anukul. And Bhav Aviruddha and Bhav Anukul become one with Bhav Sambandhi, and they all become one with Bhavamai. So this is pure Bhakti. And these stages are achieved how? Bhaktivinoda Thakur is described in Jayadharma, Panchadasha. First there is Shravan Dasha, first you listen. And then there is Smaran Dasha. There is Varan Dasha, then you accept. And then there is Smaran Dasha. Why you accept it? You remember. And this Smaran Dasha is also divided into many stages. Like Dhyam, Dharana, Samadhi, and Dhruvanusmriti. And then there is Bhav Sampakti Dasha. And then there is Prem Dasha. He has given all these things in Jayadharma. This is how one achieves Siddha Pramana. So therefore, this is, and then he says, Jiva Daya Krishna Nam Sarva Dharma Sar. So this Jiva Daya, like we say, how did Mahaprabhu give this Jiva Daya? Like how he delivered Keshav Kashmiri, Prakashananda Saraswati, Sarvam Bhattacharya, all the other students, everyone. But especially, what is the meaning of this Jiva Daya? This is this Unnatoja Rasam Samapti Shriyam. This is this Jiva Daya. And this Jiva Daya, Mahaprabhu appeared to give, and especially Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he, as a representative of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, has given this Jiva Daya to everyone. And this is Sarva Dharma Sar. That is Tattva Bhavichartika, is to serve in the footsteps of Srimati Radhika's main service. This is this Sarva Dharma Sar that Bhaktivinoda Thakur has come to do. So in all his kirtans, like we see, he has given the essence of everything. And also he has given the Padyanuvad of Manasiksha, Shikshastakam, and Upadesham, Namastakam, Mangalarati, Bhogarati, Sandhyarati, everything, all kirtans that we can possibly think of he has given. In the books he has given, The last book he has ever written is Jayavadharma. So Jayavadharma is like the best of all his books. And especially the third division of Jayavadharma is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur came to do. That is the essence of Ujjwala Nilaman. So Gurudev would always say this, that whatever I am preaching is only the mercy of Jayavadharma. Because I have served this book, because I spent so many years translating this book into Hindi, all of you are listening for me, he said. Because I served Bhaktivinoda Thakur through the medium of this book. The nishtha that he had towards Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he published most of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's books. Like his commentary on the Gita, his commentary on Brahma Samhita, his commentary on this Raghavatma Chandrika, and then this Prem Pradai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Ki Siksha. So many books he published. And we see also like once Gurudev, he was writing one article on Haridas Thakur's life. And then that article, Gurudev said like, therein I wrote that Haridas Thakur was actually born to a Brahmin family. But then when his father died and when his mother died, some Muslims adopted him. So when Param Gurudev read this article, he actually told Gurudev this is not true. He said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said that Haridas Thakur was born in a Muslim family, not in a Brahmin family. So for us, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is authority, not anyone else. So then Gurudev had to change that article. He had to correct it in this way. So this is the nishtha that our Guru had in him. Like we see this Harinam Chintamani also that Bhaktivinoda Thakur published, how much hard work he did in that. He published advertisements everywhere. In the Amrit Bazar Patrika, Statesman. And then one, he asked, can anyone please help me find this conversation between Haridas Thakur and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? I cannot find it. Then one person from Sri Hatta in Bangladesh, he sent one letter to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And there he gave this conversation between Haridas Thakur and Mahaprabhu. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he edited that entire conversation. He took out some parts which had to be, so that the conversation would be in line with the Rupana Vichardhara. And then he published this Harinam Chintamani. Therein Haridas Thakur speaks of Mahaprabhu. This was this great pioneer. If it wasn't for him, even the birthplace of Mahaprabhu would have not been known. And we see that once Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife and his daughter, Kadambini Devi and Bhagavati Devi, they went to see Gaurishwara's Babaji Maharaj. Gaurishwara's Babaji Maharaj said, why have you come to see me? There's an eternal associate of Mahaprabhu in your house. And rather than serving him, you come to see me. Don't waste your time here. Go back and serve him. Don't stay here anymore. He said. And like once, one person, he said Mahaprabhu's birthplace is in Navadvip Dham, not Mayapur. And he established one deity of Bal Gaur Gopal. Gaur Gopal means small deity. So then when Vansidas Babaji Maharaj, he went into Gaurishwara's Babaji Maharaj. Now they're saying this is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, not Mayapur. Gaurishwara's Babaji Maharaj said, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a Nityasiddha Parikar of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Who will you listen to? Who will you place your faith in? In Bhaktivinoda Thakur or in another Babaji? Then when Vansidas Babaji Maharaj heard these words, he took a sickle and then made a fence around this birthplace of Mahaprabhu. He broke that fence down. This place is not even Bonafide. That is the birthplace. And we say like in the 90s, some Babajis in Radhakund, some Babaji Maharajas, they started publishing one book. When they said that the birthplace of Mahaprabhu is not Mayapur but Navadvip. So then as a response to those Babajis, Gurudev, he wrote this Navadvip Dham Parikrama book. Then he published. As a response to them. Why? Because Gurudev is an ideal representative of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He could not even tolerate this, that they're saying this. So then Gurudev republished the original map that Bhaktivinoda Thakur used. Again he republished so many things. Again he did so much research and he published that book in this way. So that's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur was respected so much by his contemporaries as well. Like Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, his disciples took Siksha from him. Babaji Maharaj sent his disciples there to take Siksha from him. Like we see the eggplant story. And we see when Bhaktivinoda Thakur went to meet Babaji Maharaj, he recognized Prabhupada. And he said, oh, I know who you are. You're expert in astrology, so do the Chaitanya Panchika. Publish the calendar. And you know, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was so sick, he was more than 70 years old, when this debate was going on, he sent Prabhupada there to Medinipur as his representative. And when Prabhupada went there, as soon as he entered into that assembly, one garland fell from top. Automatically. Just like when he was brought on the chariot, this Prasadi Mala of Jagannath fell on this small boy. Similarly here, when he entered into that assembly there in Medinipur, immediately that garland fell. Everyone started clapping their hands, the Vaishnavas. And then, Prabhupada firstly glorified the Brahmins and then the Vaishnavas. And then everyone was so happy with his explanation, they wanted to wash his feet. But Prabhupada refused. And then by force, they made him sit down. And then anyhow, they requested him again and again. And they bathed his feet. And then they took that water, placed it in a huge drum, mixed it with the remaining water, and they all bathed it, Abhishek of themselves with that water. So on whose authority did Prabhupada speak like that? On whose inspiration, on whose guidance? On Bhaktivinoda Thakur's inspiration, on Bhaktivinoda Thakur's guidance. So the modern day Gauriya Math we see, the modern day ISKCON centers we see, they all have their roots in Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In fact, once one disciple told Swami Maharaj that Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that I have some unfinished work, I haven't finished my work still. And Swami Maharaj said, yes, he has left that remnants for us to finish that work. Swami Maharaj said, I was born on the same year that Bhaktivinoda Thakur sent this book, Sri Chaitanya and His Life and Precepts, to the West. I was born in that same year, 1896, fulfilled that prediction. And we see how the Gaudiya Math itself has its roots totally in Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Why? Because Tadakeshwar Mahadev himself requested Bhaktivinoda Thakur that kindly you must stay there in Mayapur, reveal the birthplace of Mahaprabhu and propagate this mission of Mahaprabhu. Don't go to Radhakund and do bhajan there. Now we have so much service. So on the inspiration of Tadakeshwar Mahadev, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he stayed back and ended so many different services there. He was respected so much in Jagannath Puri. Like now we see this Gundicha Mandir Marjan coming Rath Yatra. When he was a district magistrate, he personally looked after all the services there in Jagannath Puri. He made sure Bhagavad Katha was spoken there in Mukti Mandap and also in Bhakti Mandap. He formed an organization called Bhagavad Sansad. And here all the Vaishnavas discuss the Bhagavatam. And he himself would listen to the Bhagavatam there from one scholar called Gopinath Pandit. And we see one person, Raghunath Babaji Pandit, he became so envious of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He said, clean the place where he spoke in Harikatha. And then Jagannath and Baladev themselves appeared and they slapped him so much and he was about to die. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself gave this Chanamrita to Jagannath and saved him, protected him. And whenever he would speak there, Prabhupada will also appear there carrying all the books. Once some Kirtaniyas, they were saying, Bhuvan Mohini Radha. They addressed Radharani as Bhuvan Mohini Radha. When Prabhupada heard this, he corrected the Kirtaniyas. He said, this is Rasabhas. How can you say that Radharani is Bhuvan Mohini? Rather you must say, Bhuvan Mohan Krishna, Tar Mohini Radha. You must say. That Krishna is the one who enchants the three worlds and Radharani is the one who enchants even Krishna, the enchanter of the three worlds. So Prabhupada, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur heard all these explanations of Prabhupada, he was so happy that now this line will continue. And he empowered his son in all ways. So he was the ideal follower of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. The other sons of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they said we are the sons of Kedarnath Dutt. But Prabhupada, he said, I am the follower of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He did not even say son, because that time there was so much Pancharatriki line running. So he followed the Bhagavad Parampara, not even the Pancharatriki Parampara. Although he was the direct son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, still followed the Bhagavad Parampara. So today is such an auspicious tithi. Disappearance day of this great Vaishnava, Bhakti Bhagirath. Disappeared on the same day as Kaur Shakti, Gadadhar Pandit himself. Offering these words of Pushpanjali is so sweet. We can only hope that all the purpose he has given in his books can manifest in our hearts, in all the teachings he has given. Panchaka, Krishna, Vasana, Today is also the disappearance day of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. So we hear that, like we just heard from Maharaj now, that Radharani herself has appeared as Gadadhar Pandit. Why? Because we see that why did she appear in a male form? Because we heard this explanation from the Vaishnavas, that when previously, when all the gopis had come in this Bhaumlok, in this material world, we see so many demons tried disturbing the gopis. Like this Druvil Daitya, who Radharani killed with her own bangles. And we see that the Shankachur, he also tried taking the gopis away. And we see even like this Katyayani Vrat, when the gopis are performing this Vrat, it is said that Krishna, he made the bodies of these gopis so effulgent by his eyes. Krishna, he told the gopis, why did Krishna want to remove the clothes of all the gopis? Why did he tell the gopis to remove all their clothes? Why? Because by his glance, Krishna wanted to make the bodies of the gopis so effulgent that anyone who would look at the gopis with the mood of enjoyment, they would become blind. They would become blind. So therefore, he said, all of you should be like, should give up any shyness you have. And then by his glance, he empowered them. So the gopis themselves, like we see in this Prakat Leela, had to face certain obstacles from all these people. And therefore, in Gaur Leela, we see that they appeared as in their male forms. Radharani herself appeared as Gadadhar Pandit. Lalita appeared as Sarup Damodar. Vishaka appeared as Rai Ramananda. And the Manjaris appeared as the six Goswamis. All of them, except the Sakhas and like some other devotees, they appeared in their self-same forms. So this way, Gadadhar Pandit from his very beginning, he was always there with Mahaprabhu. Especially since Mahaprabhu became Bhavuk Nimai, Gadadhar Pandit was always there as a shadow. Because this was a promise he had made to Mother Sachi. And we see that Gadadhar Pandit, at no time did he ever express a mood of being contrary to Mahaprabhu. Like we see with Jagadananda Pandit, sometimes he would go into Man. Like we see, sometimes like when Mahaprabhu refused to accept that oil from Jagadananda Pandit, then Jagadananda Pandit took that pot of oil and he broke it. And once Mahaprabhu, like he refused to take that bed that Gadadhar Pandit had made for him. And Mahaprabhu had told him, oh, now you are making so many things, I will also have to accept someone who will massage me. Again he went into Man. And he went into such Man that Mahaprabhu himself, he was so like scared. Mahaprabhu was thinking that if he goes into Man, he will not even eat anything for many days. So Mahaprabhu told him, please cook something, I'm going to bathe in the ocean, I will come back. And by then, we will order Mahaprasad together. But did Gadadhar Pandit ever really show any man to Mahaprabhu? Never showed any man. Once when Mahaprabhu was about to go to Vrindavan, he said, I'll also leave Jagannath Puri and come with you to Vrindavan. But Mahaprabhu said no. He said no, you have to stay back. So for this reason, Gadadhar Pandit, we say that he went back. He did not even say, oh, I don't care for the Kshetra Sanyas, nothing. He went back. He never exhibited man at any time of the day, at any point of his life, until the time of Mahaprabhu's disappearance. It is said that when he was speaking on this Gopiki and on all these Rasapanchadhyayi, Mahaprabhu becomes so absorbed that it is said he actually performed his Antardhyam Linga here when he heard the explanations of Gadadhar Pandit. But still we see Gadadhar Pandit did not even come to the Gambhira. This Gurudev has explained this Gadadhar Tattva like no other Acharya. He has given such deep explanations into each and every aspect of Gadadhar Tattva. He said, why didn't Gadadhar Pandit come into the Gambhira? Because he knew, if I come there, then Mahaprabhu will lose his mood, this Radha Bhava. He will become absorbed in his form as Krishna. So I won't disturb him. He did not even go there. And Mahaprabhu could not even stay in Vrindavan for so many days. Why? Because Gadadhar Pandit was feeling so much separation. He said, he told Balabhadra Bhattacharya, I cannot stay here. Because Gadadhar, he's thinking about me so much, I cannot stay here for one more moment. I have to go back, or else he may even give up his life. So Balabhadra, take all the things, let's go immediately. You cannot stay in Vrindavan any longer. And Mahaprabhu came back to Vrindavan to stay there with Gadadhar Pandit. And then we see that this deity that Mahaprabhu manifested, this Gopinath deity, is the Prayojan Tattva of all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. What is the meaning of Gopinath? Gopinath means in the same line as Gopishwar. Gopishwar means he who is Ishwara, the gopis. Similarly, Gopinath means he who is Nath, he whose masters are the gopis. And we see that Gopinath is sitting down. So one explanation here is because he sat down for Gadadhar Pandit. But another explanation is, when the gopis recited the Gopi Geet, then when Krishna appeared, as Tasam Aviribar Shauri, Smayamana Mukam Bhuja, Pitambara Dhara Shagri, Sachat Manmata Manmata, At that time the gopis, what did they do? They placed their cloth on the ground. This cloth was mixed with their kumkum and with their tears. And then they told Krishna to sit down on this cloth. And then they asked these questions to Krishna. That Krishna, in which category do you belong to? There are some who are Aptakam and Aptaram. They have no interactions whatsoever with others. And there are some who are Akritagya, very ungrateful. And there are some who are like businessmen. They will only love someone if someone loves them. So in which category do you belong to? Krishna said, none of these categories. I am not Akritagya because I came here to meet all you gopis. I am not ungrateful. Also I am not Aptaram Aptakam because if I was Aptaram Aptakam, then why did I call all of you here to Ras Lila? Also it is not that I am loving you only because you are loving me. I am also selfless in my love. I don't belong in any of these categories. So when the gopis arranged this cloth for Krishna, Krishna was sitting down there and he was answering all these things. So similarly, when Gadadhar Pandit was serving Gopinath, he was also there. He was also absorbed in these moods of the gopis. And then we see when all the gopis were like there, Chandravali was holding Krishna's hands. And Shama Sati, she was holding Krishna's shoulder. And Padma and Saibya, they were taking Krishna's tambul and they were honoring those remnants. But there was one gopi who was standing from a distance and shooting her sidelong glances at Gopinath. And who was that? That was Srimati Radhika herself. So here in this Tota Gopinath temple, this place is like this Rastali. This place gave so much Uddipan for Mahaprabhu. Because Chatak Parvat is like Giriraj, the ocean is like Yamuna, Jagannath Vallabh Udyan is like Vrindavan. And this entire place is like Rastali. It's like Vrindavan, this place. Therefore Mahaprabhu stayed there. This place, Tota Gopinath, Siddhapakul and Gambhira. These three places, they represent Vrindavan especially. Also Gundicha is like Vrindavan, but like we see, this is especially also part of Vrindavan. And Mahaprabhu had so much ecstasy. So, if any, like once one devotee asked Gurudev, should we stay in the Gambhira? Gurudev said, no, don't stay in the Gambhira. You stay in Satasan Road. Why? Because Sarup Damodar Das Goswami, they used to stay in Satasan Road. So rather than staying in the Gambhira, you stay in the Satasan Road and perform bhajan under the guidance of Gadadhar Pandit. So Gadadhar Pandit is such a great Guru who initiated so many associates of Mahaprabhu and who has shown the way for all the associates of Mahaprabhu to follow in this path of Bhagavata Bhakti. So his glory is even Anantadev. Sarup Damodar Goswami has written this Gadadhar Ashtaka. Even Anantadev himself with his unlimited mouths cannot describe the glories of such a great associate. And we see, I'll just end with this, one very confidential aspect of Krishna Lila is that Baladev will never be present when Radharani is. And Radharani will never be present when Baladev is. But we see in Gaur Lila, there is this one speciality that Baladev is also there when Radharani is. How? Where Gadadhar Pandit is, Nityananda Prabhu is also there. And we see that Nityananda Prabhu brought this rice and he gave to Gadadhar Pandit. So the other day I was asking this question to the Vaishnavas that some devotees were saying that when Mahaprabhu came there, he said, why didn't you invite me to honor this Mahaprasad? So some devotees were saying that why didn't Gadadhar Pandit and Nityananda Prabhu invite Mahaprabhu in the first place to accept this Mahaprasad? Why did they have to wait for Mahaprabhu to come later and express his desire to taste this Mahaprasad that Gadadhar Pandit himself cooked? Why? Because Gadadhar Pandit, when he offered this Mahaprasad to Gopinath, he was offering in that same mood that this Gopinath is not different from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He did not see this Gopinath as being any different from Mahaprabhu. So therefore he didn't feel the need to separately call Mahaprabhu when he directly saw Mahaprabhu in that Gopinath form. Because we see Mahaprabhu ultimately entered into that Gopinath deity, because they're not different from each other. So with this mood, he offered that Mahaprasad over there. And then Mahaprabhu himself appeared to show how much he wants to relish what Radharani has cooked and what Nityananda Prabhu has collected, Baladev has collected. So these leelas are very confidential and they're very deep, like the ocean, not very easily understood by tarka, by logic. Or else by logic we'll only be confused more and more. So you can only understand these leelas to the extent that we do sadhana bhajan under the guidance of the Vaishnavas.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपनुगप्रबलं व्रजरसरसिकं च नारायणं तं प्रपन्नं। श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणपृष्ठाय भूतले रूपनुगभक्तिदं च कृपामूर्ते नारायणम्। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, my sister Pranam. Thousands of times Lotus Feet of Shri Paramaradatam Guru Pada Padmam Vishnu Pada Stotra Shri Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Secondly, of my sister Pranam. Thousands of times Lotus Feet of my Shri Rupananda Gauriya Guru Bhagavad. Of my sister Pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. Today is a very auspicious day. Most auspicious, the Disappearance Day of Shri Gadadhar Pandit and Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And it is happening on the Amavasya 2 days before Rath Yatra. And we know that every year we are celebrating this Tithi and we hear from the Vaishnavas, glories of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and this Sri Gadadhar Tattva. As I have been hearing, this Gadadhar Tattva is very confidential, extremely deep. And you know how Srila Gurupada Padma has manifested these glories year after year. So ultimately we know that even Gurudev, he has heard everything from Param Gurudev and the disciples of Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, who directly heard from Prabhupada, who heard from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself. He has been hearing, if it wasn't for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, then we would not be hearing any of these glories. Just Chaitanya Charitamrita itself, Bhaktivinoda Thakur for 15 years, he did research, he collected the different Adilila, Madhyalila, Anjalila, and then he published that Chaitanya Charitamrita along with his own commentary. So nowadays we have everything on the fingertips. But Srila Bhaktivinoda, why? Because Bhaktivinoda Thakur did all these work. So we heard his Bhakti Bhagirati. He is that current of pure devotion. He brought that current of pure devotion of Bhakti into this world. And that current has been dry. Dark age has been there since the time of after Srila Vishwanath Charit Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushan. Then Gaudiya Vaishnavism entered into this dry area. Like a drought. No water, no rust. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is Gaur Shakti Swarupaya, the very embodiment of Gadadhar Pandit himself. He came and then he distributed all these things. And Srila Gurudev, therefore Gurudev, Chidikam Goswami Maharaj, and all Acharyas, they have said that if it wasn't for these Mahaprabhus, we are all indebted to these Mahaprabhus. If it wasn't for him, we would not have nothing. And therefore we owe everything to him. All our sadhana, all our bhajan, all our this bhajan pranali, this method of doing bhajan and worship that we are doing now, that Gurudev and all Acharyas have done, this was taught only by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This is his method of bhajan. Singing all these bhajans, singing all these songs. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he didn't write one song book, he wrote 4 song books. Gita Mala, Gita Agali, Kalyana Kalpataru and Sharanagati. And in those books then he has given everything. And especially, you see in Gita Agali, there he is giving songs for every single prahar, every single part of the day. From Udila Aruna, Jeev Jaga all the way to Vibhav, Parishesha, Mangalarati all the way to evening. And there he has given not only that but songs for honoring Mahaprasad, songs for honoring different types of Mahaprasad, Shah, Kheer, everything. And then in Sharanagati, then he's teaching the process of Sharanagati. He's teaching us how we can develop these 6 moods. Then Anukuliyasa Sankalpa, Partikulyasa Vivarjanam. Rakshasiti Vishwaso, Gotrite Varnam Data, Atmaniksheva Karmanya, Shadvidha, Sharanagati. Each limb of Sharanagati is written so many songs, starting with Dainya. First comes humility, otherwise then how you even enter into Sharanagati? How will you even have the humility and desire to follow anything? Then he sings so many songs. Prabhu Emuna Durmati Samsara Pitare Podiya Achinam Ami Buliya Tomare Samsara Asya Peyanana Vyada. So many songs. Each mood song representing that mood. So the sadhaks, when they sing these songs and those moods of Sharanagati, those specific moods can enter into one's heart. Amara Jivana Sada Pape Rata Nahiko Punyarale. And this way, what is Anukuliyasa Sankalpa? Bhaktivinoda Thakur written most beautiful song. Radha Kundadata Punja Kutir Govardhana Parvata Yamunati. This is his song describing what is Anukuliyasa Sankalpa. And so many beautiful songs. Atmani Vedana Tuva Pare Kori Hoilu Paramasuki. Nivedana Kori Prabhu Tumara Charane. Ki jane ki complete Varnam Tata I said Ki jane ki bole Tumara Damete Hoilu Sharanagata. Each very, very nice, beautiful things there. And in Kalyana Kalpataru there he is also described so many different divisions. Bhakti, Anartha, everything. And in Gita Mala again, so many wonderful songs. Especially in Gita Mala he is given there Siddhi Lalasa. All these songs we singing in Kartik is all Bhaktivinoda Thakur's moods. Starting from Sikhish, this Vishabhanu Sutta, Dekite, all these songs. Some of them he has added in Sharanagati, also there, like Khabe Goda Vani Surajani Kande and Dekite. But again, he has given those songs in Gita Mala, plus much more. And this way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur through these bhajans, he's taking the essence of all Vedas, all everything, and he's distributing. Even the glories of Gaur Gadadhar he has given. Aha Mora Gaura Kishore. And songs like Kabe Aha Gauranga Boliya. He talks about Kabu the Korea, Sri Radha Madhava. He's talking about how the parrots are singing the glories of Radha Madhava and the glories of Gaur Gadadhar. He's described all of these things in a very beautiful way. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Gurudev, you can see mostly he has published all of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's most famous works. So many. All his commentaries on Mana Shiksha, Shikshastak and Upadesham and Gurudev published. His commentary on Brahma Samhita. Published books like Prempati, Vaishnava Siddhantamala, Bhakti Tattva Vivek, Jaiva Dharma, Chaitanya Shikshamrita. Gurudev published all of these. Plus, how many more I don't even know. There's so many there that Gurudev has published. You cannot even count. All of Srila Bhaktivinoda Navadip Dham Mahatima, describing the glories of Navadip Dham. Everything Gurudev has published, and Gurudev's Gita commentary. There he added, included his own commentary is included Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Rasik Ranjan commentary. And Bhajan Hasya. All these things, Gurudev has totally taken full shelter of the teachings of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And especially Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Therefore Gurudev said, if you want to be my disciple, you have to know these two verses. Amnaya Praha Tattam Harimiha Paramam Sarva Shakti Prasabdhin Tat Vinam Sam Jivam Prakriti Kavalitan Tat Vimuktam Chakabhan Veda Veda Prakasham Sakam Abhihare Satnam Shuddha Bhaktim Sajya Pritim Tat Evet Upadishti Janan Gaura Chandra Swayam Saha. Gaura Chandra himself, he has taught these instructions, this Dashmur. He's given these teachings. And then, quoting from Chakravarti Thakur, he described the Ras Vichar through the verse Araja Bhagavan Vajesha Tanyas Tat Dham Vrindavanam Ramya Kashi Upasana Braja Badu Vargela Yakalpita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amlam Prema Kumata Maha Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tattradro Nahapara. In this way, all of these Vichar, all these moods are published, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's moods. And the glory, especially the glories of Sri Gaur Gadadhar. The Vaishnavas say no, the glories of Gaur Gadadhar. There in Champahati, there the Vaishnavas, they have come from that place. And there the disciples of Saraswati Thakur, there, Champahati Gaudiya Madhyam, they used to worship. Babaji Maharaj, Krishna, Babaji Maharaj used to come there. The Vaishnava, every day they will have darshan of Gaur Gadadhar. Bhaktivinoda Thakur himself, in his own bhajan kutir and Swananda Sukadar Kunch, he established Gaur Gadadhar. Vaishnava is saying that this is Gaur Gadadhar is the real Istadeva of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He's saying in his song, Bhaja Godrama Kanana Kunja Vidum, he's saying, Smara Gaura Gadadhara, Keli Padam, Bhava Gaura Gadadhara Pakshachadar, Shinu Gaura Gadadhara Charukatam, Bhaja Godrama Kanana Kunja Vidum. The end of this song is described everything, all beautiful glories of Mahaprabhu and path of Shuddha Bhajan Bhakti. In the end, he has come to this conclusion, always remember their Leela Katha. In the end of Jaiva Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says, entitled that chapter 40, entering into Leela. How do we can enter into this Leela? What Leela? That's when we are hearing the glories of Sri Gadadhar Pandit. How he is engaging in all these sweet madhuri of beautiful Leelas. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The speciality about this Gaur Leela is that it is Audaryamoy, magnanimity, that means distribution of mercy. And the speciality of Braj Leela and Madhuryamoy is the relation of Ras, which is permanent. But both have contained Madhuri and Audarya. But there are two sides of one coin, supplementing each other. So Gadadhar Pandit, for the sake of giving mercy to the Jivas, then he has hidden his mood. Radhika hid her mood. And she has become like Rukmini, like complete Dakshina Bhav, complete submissiveness. Therefore, even Radharani has taken this mood of submission, the mood of a servant. What to speak of any other sadhaks. Therefore, these vads like Gauranga Nagari Vad and all these Sati Vedi, all these different things where they try to worship Mahaprabhu's Nagar. It's all bogus. Even Radharani herself is not worshipped, being that she has worshipped Mahaprabhu in this mood of Dasya. Mahaprabhu can only be worshipped in the mood of Dasya Bhakti. Just like Guru can only be worshipped in the mood of Dasya, similarly, Mahaprabhu is only also externally worshipped in the mood of Dasya. By Bhaktivinoda Thakur is taught, by remembering Gaur Leela, by absorbing in Mahaprabhu's Leela, then automatically Leela Smaran of Radha Krishna will come. Then there in that Leela, then these different moods of Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhur, they have become prominent. But in Gaur Leela, everyone is a servant of Mahaprabhu. Yadyapi Amara Guru Chaitanya Radha Tatapi Janiyami Tahara Prakash. Therefore, Guru is always in this mood of being Chaitanya Dhas. It is non-different manifestation. Therefore, Gadadhar Pandit is also in that mood, always submissive to Mahaprabhu, always subordinate. And he has so much love for Mahaprabhu that wherever Mahaprabhu was, then Gadadhar Pandit was there. Because Mahaprabhu was always staying in Puri, then Gadadhar Pandit also took a vow or never leave Puri. But then when we heard Mahaprabhu tried to leave, then Gadadhar Pandit began following him. All the way to the border, Orissa, very far. And then Mahaprabhu said, oh, you have left Tota Gopinath. Then Gadadhar Pandit, he was saying, you are my Gopinath. As we heard, Mahaprabhu, when he gave Gopinath, he said, I want to give you something. I want to give you my heart, my dearest treasure. Will you accept? And Gadadhar Pandit said, yes. Then Mahaprabhu began moving the sand aside, and then that Gopinath, he was found there along with Radharani and Lalita. So, therefore, Gadadhar Pandit, day and night, he was worshipping that Gopinath. Just like Gopal Bhakti Goswami, Mahaprabhu came to Gopal Bhakti Goswami as Radharani. He used to worship Brahman as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Similarly, Gopinath also, Gadadhar Pandit is also worshipping his Gopinath. He knows this is Mahaprabhu's heart. Therefore, he is always there. Gopinath sat down. Some people they speculate, oh, Gadadhar Pandit became old, or he sat down for Mama Thakur, disciple of Gadadhar Pandit. But Guru said, no. That who does Krishna sit down for? Only for Radhika. And that is very easy for Radhika, Gurudev said. Gurudev said that Radhika will tell Krishna, sit, stand, and Krishna will do so very happily. So Gadadhar Pandit, so much separation from Mahaprabhu, so much after disappearance of Mahaprabhu, so much separation that he became very weak. Therefore Gopinath sat down. And then he was able to garland him and do his seva for him. And exactly 1 year after Mahaprabhu disappeared, also Gadadhar Pandit disappeared. Entered into a channel of pastime. Therefore that Gopinath has so much Vaishishta speciality. And we know this katha how Gopinath directly came to Srila Vamana Goswami Maharaj. my cloth is all broken. Please arrange some service. And he told Gurudev, and Gurudev and Mahamudra both together they took his cloth and offered to Tata Gopinath. And what did they see? They saw the Pujari gave the old cloth as prasad. When they saw that, they saw the rats had eaten something holes in there. So, today is the Disappearance Day of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Disappearance Day of Gadadhar Pandit. We are praying to Lord Sri Guru Bhagavad and the Vaishnavas that we may always remain at their Lord's feet and remember these sweet pastimes. Panchagal Vedavasta Vipasam Vedavasta Panchana
marketplaces. Prabhu Thakur, he opened this Nam Hatta, Nam Bazaar. The Bada Sukar Kapoor guy. Oh. What is this? I've come to give you very nice, good news. What is that? When did they open this? Very old news. The Nityanand Prabhu has opened this Nam Hatta. No. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, I called Nityanand Prabhu just now. He's here. They opened this Nam Hatta, this marketplace of the whole India. If people are going here and there, and they're only eating, it will be like poison. If they're only accepting Vishay, they won't get any rasa. Therefore, you need this Namaras. Without this, it will not do. You see, all the boogies are only enjoying nicely. We opened this bazaar only to cheat people. This Namaras, Premras is not easily distributed. No one gives this Premras, Bhakti Ras
And he says, Shraddhavan Jan hai, Shraddhavan Jan. If Nityananda Prabhu sees one, even shedding one tear, oh men, have faith. Brothers, if you have faith, then I'll give you everything. So who will do all these things? Who is so merciful like Bhaktivinoda Thakur? And Trivikram Maharaj would say, if Bhaktivinoda Thakur had not appeared in this world, then the entire world would have been covered by ignorance. Everyone would have destroyed the world. Everyone is only trying to push others into darkness. But who will give this light of Prem, Namras? Except Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhagirath Maharaj, he brought the Ganga to deliver his ancestors. He also brought for his followers. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what did he do? So this Ganga will only make one pure externally. But there's so much, so many impurities in our heart. How will that be purified? So this flow of Namras should go on. So I'll bathe everyone in this flow of Premras, Namras. Make everyone pure and give them the Sevadikar of Braj. But where will this flow come from? You see, Ganga comes from the Himalayas. So similarly, this throat, he opened this Nam Bazar. But where will the things in this Nam Bazar come from? Therefore, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has said, Diya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan Diyache Namata Jivera Karam. That this Godrum is a store. If you go to other places, you won't get this. Nityananda didn't open this place everywhere else. He opened first in Nadiya Godrum. Bada Sukher, Kabor Gai, Surbi Kunjar there, Nam Koler, Atkolecher, Kodonita. There's Godrum and Surbi Kunjavai. There he appeared with this Surbi. Who? Indra. All the devatas came. Who will give this mercy to everyone? Who will give this Namras? Nityananda Prabhu, he gave in two places, in Godrum and Surbi Kunj. In Surbi Kunj, if any Apradi, Papi, Tapi, anyone would come, he gave everyone this Namras, inundated them with his praying. And there in Godrum, he opened this marketplace. So just see the speciality of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Whole world he opened this Namata. But the mool is Godrum. Surbi Kunja and Godrum. But where is Mahaprabhu's birthplace? The Muslims, what do when they came? They stole everything away. They said either become Muslim, convert or leave. So some converted, some ran away, and then they made a burial ground for Muslims there. They made a mosque there, they took everything away. And then they made Miyapur. At the time, some Babajis, some Smartas, they came. And they came to Ramchandrapur in Kulia. They were hiding there and they went to Ramchandrapur and Kakadamat. There they said this is Mahaprabhu's birthplace. Because they had no way to say anything. Because they're saying that they could not discover the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. So they said this is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. This Ramchandrapur Kekadamat. This is the appearance place of Mahaprabhu. And they said And they started doing kirtan, dancing. So this is Srivasangan, this is Jayamada's Kutir, this is Advait Bhavan, this is Nityananda Bhavan, this is Vishnupriya Bhavan. Because they had no samartha, no qualification. Like this Krishna Janmasthan. They can't do anything. The government is said in the constitution where built, they cannot be destroyed because this is according to the constitution of India. So similarly here also, Mahaprabhu's birthplace also, how can it be recovered, or else how will this flow of Shraddha Bhakti be propagated? Because what did Mahaprabhu tell Nityananda Prabhu? He said, Shuna Shuna Nityananda, Shuna Haridas. Hamara Gya Sarvatra Karo Prakash. Jao Gare Gare Mage Bhiksha, ask this Bhiksha, go host to house, Nityananda Haridas. Bolo Krishna Bhaja Krishna, Karo Krishna Siksha. Don't ask for anything else except this. Only request everyone on my behalf. You go house to house. You ask Bhiksha from everyone. What Bhiksha? Let Krishna Bolo. Do Krishna Bhajan. And teach everyone how to do this Krishna Bhajan. You go to everyone and you tell everyone to ask for this Bhiksha. And if anyone doesn't give you any Bhiksha, then you come and tell me. But now if Mahaprabhu's own birthplace is not available, then how will this Shakti, how will this preaching go on if one cannot even recover the birthplace of Mahaprabhu? So two bulls, they were plowing the field. They were plowing the field in circles. So the farmer, he went to drink some water and he left the bulls there in the field. And when the farmers went away, the two bulls started sleeping there. And the bulls were thinking, oh, we were plowing the field the whole day. Now he's gone away. Now let's sleep now. Now I'll just rest now. Who wants to plow? Then the farmer came and he said, oh, you're sleeping now. You've not plowed the field. So similarly here, if one cannot even salvage the birthplace of Mahaprabhu or Advait Bhavan, Srivasangan, if one cannot find any remembrance of Mahaprabhu, where the Muslims have made their burial grounds there, and what have they made? Where only why do they open these masjids? Because there's only there are only slaughter animals. First they slaughter cows, buffaloes, even they'll even slaughter people. This is called halal. Halal. This is their dharma. So they destroyed everything, the entire flow was lost. Like you see, the entire place had become so dry. When the entire root current is gone, then one becomes very unfortunate. Or else the Guru Varga don't stay anymore if Bhagwan's preparkas don't stay, and if we don't care for them, we say, oh, then we are cheated then. We are cheated forever. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur said this will not do. As long as the appearance place of Mahaprabhu will not manifest, as long as Srivasangan, Nityananda Bhavan, Nandanacharya Bhavan, all these places will not manifest, then what can we take from other people? We have to go to the market, we have to go buy something. But if there's no market, there's no shop, then who will give us the things? Where will we get all these things from? Whom will we go to? Mahaprabhu very mercifully he appeared. And he also, not just Nandanacharya Bhavan, there is Ishodhyam there also, and there's all the Leela Stalis of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Dharangan, house of Murari Gupta, where All these associates appeared one after another, but now there was no remembrance, no smriti, nothing there. Then they made another birthplace out of their own imagination. If you leave this Vrindavan, then they open another Vrindavan, saying this is not Vrindavan. But if they just say another place is Vrindavan, is that actually Vrindavan? Is that Bhagwan's Leela Bhumi? By force we make a place Vrindavan, as Bhagwan will make such a place. So many people, they have their names like Ram, Krishna, Shyam, but have they really become Ram? Have they really become Krishna? Just by naming themselves like that. Similarly, one person may say, oh, this is the Dham, this is Vrindavan, this is the birthplace, but still, can he do anything? So we need the original place. That original place is very pure. It is eternal, Chinmay. So who could manifest this birthplace, Mahaprabhu? Who would take that Shakti from that place and distribute to the entire world? So today Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he manifested that current to everyone. He opened this Namhatta. And now this flow never stopped. So in Prabhupada, he then started propagating this line everywhere. Today they made this Namhatta. Everywhere it started being propagated. And now you see that flow, how it is inundated the entire world. You see so many flowers are blossoming everywhere. One Gaudiya Math, one temple is like a lotus flower, full of so much fragrance, such honey, and these forests have grown everywhere. So if Bhaktivinoda Thakur would have not been today, then everything would have been destroyed. Saying, oh, he's not ours. But you don't have anything, then what can you achieve? There are two people here. There's Jagai and Madai. Only his followers are present everywhere now. And they were committing many atrocities on Prabhupada. First there were two Jagai Madais, now there's so many millions of Jagai Madais. And Mahaprabhu had to appear for Jagai Madai. So okay, we'll also become Jagai Madai, then Mahaprabhu will also appear 100 times more. So they're all descendants of Jagai Madai. So they say this is not Vrindavan, this is not Navdeep, they say the place they designate is the Dham. So this is the contribution of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the speciality of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Because we have been cheated of this Nam, Ras, Prem. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur reinitiated this flow. And he rebuilt these places of Gadadhar, Pandit, Acharya, Nakul, Brahmachari, Sanjay, Mukunda, Vasugosh. And you see how many Gaudiya Maths are there in Mayapur. Every center of Bhakti is present there. So you see all these places were actually the associates, were actually Ilastalis of Bhagwan's associates. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur came and he recovered all these places. And now you see how Mayapur is now. So beautiful now. It's a center of such a Bhakti Rasa. So this Namhatta wouldn't have been there. This Namras wouldn't have been there. Then where will the flow come from? If there's no source, so what is the source? That is the birthplace of Mahaprabhu. Everyone should be connected to this birthplace of Mahaprabhu. So make new centers. But if there's no root, then if you just decorate the tree, then what will happen? Then the tree will only be artificial, like a plastic tree. Because the fruits and flowers of this tree are made of plastic. They have nothing there. They look like apple, they look like mango. This is the difference between real and original, real and fake. If you open Yamuna Bhavan, Yamuna Villa, or you may even get a stream of Yamuna and say this is the Yamuna. But is this really the Yamuna? Will it really have the same Shakti as the Yamuna? Only we're saying will not do. Even if you try to purify by your own self, it will not do. You're only cheating everyone. It's only business. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he didn't do such things. He did everything as it is, which the entire world can be benefited. He did that. Only cheating others will not do. They're saying, oh, our Thakurji is everything. This is Krishna's Radhe Kunj. This will not do. There's also the Kunja of Radharaman, the Kunja of Gopal Bhatta, Radha Damodar, the Kunja of Jivan Rupa. If we don't care for our old smritis, then we won't have any existence. If we don't care for all these pastime places, then everything is lost. So therefore, why are these centers? To render the seva to the main place. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what he has published, what he has done, if everyone serves the Chaitanya Mata especially, which he founded, it is the root place of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this Yoga Beat. If anyone serves that Yoga Beat, Chaitanya Mata, then one is also connected to that flow of Bhakti. Then your place will also become pure. But if you don't serve the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, the Yoga Beat, Chaitanya Mata, saying, oh, I don't care, I only look after my place, I'm Siddha, then Trivikram Maharaj would say, then you're not Siddha, you're this, you're that. He used to use nice, very strong words, that they're all bungis. If you don't know Sambandha with your father, with your grandfather, then where have you come from? Where have you been born? Even one who is illegitimate, and even an illegitimate child will have some connection with his parents. So if one doesn't know Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says, I am everything, I am avatar, everything has come from me. Trivikram Maharaj wrote an article. He wrote, they're not sannyasis, they're chingdi mats. There he wrote, they're not really sannyasis, they're only like imitationists. They're only show bottle sannyasis. So he wrote that article, huge uproar was created. Because they had said Bhaktivedanta Keshav, they removed Pragyan and they said it's Bhaktivedanta Keshav. And Trivikram Maharaj, he spoke very strong language. There he said, oh, look at this bird. This bird didn't even know how to fly. Now this bird is now eating grains on its own. But actually the bird is breathing its last now, he said. So he used very strong language to chastise. So if one has no connection with the original mat, the mul mat, then what need is there of any center? If you don't have any connection with your father, grandfather, then how can you claim yourself to be their descendant if you cannot even offer any tarpan, any oblations for them? So the Mool Srot, the original source is this Godrum, place of Nityananda Prabhu, Yogpit. And you see, Nityananda Prabhu went everywhere, but did he open a Namat? Did he give Nam to anyone? Advaita Prabhu tried so much, Haridas Thakur tried so much, but still they couldn't do anything. They couldn't say anything. So when Mahaprabhu gave this order, then it was Mahaprabhu's order, then everything started preaching. Everyone was empowered. So if there's no root, then what will happen? So therefore, Shiv Thakur himself told Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Thakur, where are you going to Vrindavan? You go there, Mahaprabhu's birthplace. Shiv Thakur would have said, alright, it's already there. Why would you have told Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Advaita Acharya himself, Shiv Thakur, he inspired Bhaktivinoda Thakur, go and manifest this place. Babaji Maharaj, he said, I'm also coming there. Babaji Maharaj said, I'm also coming there. Bhagavad Das Babaji said, I'm also coming there. Radharaman Charan Das Babaji said, I'm coming there also. So we are all coming. If there is Mayapur, then why are there? If that place is not the birthplace of Mahaprabhu, then why do they support Bhaktivinoda Thakur? Because anything which is false has no Shakti. If anyone makes a temple, Radharaman temple, will it become like the Radharam temple? Will the temple become like Banki Bihari if only name it as Banki Bihari? So don't think like this. And anything I say and do will not. No. When Rupa Sanatana Gaudiya Math was opened, then someone said, oh, no, Rupa Sanatana is there, now no one will come to our temple now. And Gurudev said, no, don't think like this. We've only opened one center of learning, Siksha Kendra. But we will always respect the original place where Rupa and Sanatana stayed. We will never destroy the remembrance of such a place. In fact, we'll glorify that place even more by opening this place. We'll give this pure learning, pure Siksha to those who are unqualified. Or else unqualified people will go there and create so much confusion and chaos. We'll nicely teach them and then they will also serve nicely. Therefore, all the centers there are, by the causeless mercy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, if one is connected to the original place and renders seva there, then he will achieve everything then. So therefore, we should try to understand the specialities of these places. And tomorrow is Gundicha Mandir Marjan, so we will listen. Also, Rath Yatra is the day after. So if there is mercy, then we'll also listen to this tattva of Gadadhar Pandit. Who is Gadadhar? How did he assist in Mahaprabhu's Leela? There are many confidential things. Listen tomorrow. All Vaishnavas they spoke. We are fortunate. If you don't listen to anything from the devotees, then we will not have any anugatya. Then we will be separate from the Vaishnava Dharma. Then we'll open our own creation then. Therefore we must respect all the Vaishnavas, all the devotees, and after listening from them, what will happen is Bhagavan's mercy will surely be had. Istinadapi Sunij Bhav will be had. Or else Istinadapi Sunij Bhav will not be had. If you don't respect anyone, if you don't think, oh, I know everything, oh, I know everything myself, I'm realized. This arrogance is the cause of one's downfall. Then one will be like a Ravan, Hiranyakashipu. Therefore, when the Vaishnavas do kirtan, if a small boy starts speaking, people become so happy. So how can we speak about the glories of these Nityasiddhas? But still, if we speak some broken words in the glorification, they'll be happy. And they'll give that mercy to us. Therefore, we should always listen and always do kirtan. Nitya Shravan, Nitya Kirtan. Then when we try, this Purti will appear in our hearts. Then we'll have this adhikar, this qualification. Therefore, tat prayasana yatayo vayaparam sharanambujam. The charanambujam. Don't do something that your age will be lost, that your time will be lost uselessly. If you cannot remember Bhagavan, you should always remember Bhagavan. Always try for the Shravan Kirtan. Listen to Marande. Hari Hari Boo.
Breakfast in Guru Mandir Marjan, removing more carpets, washing all temple.